Rolling along with softball on Cards TV with head coach Sandy Pearsall. I'm Sean Moth. Thank you for watching. Spring has sprung. The Cards are continuing to play great softball as one of 3 undefeateds in the nation at 24-0. Let's go back to Western Kentucky. We previewed it. You've got a target on your back when you're nationally ranked, and when you've got a record like that, you compound it with an in-state rival. You know, Western was hungry, and boy, credit to your kids. You came out, got a lead early, and really did a solid job to pick up a win against the Toppers.
They did. You know, we knew it was going to be tough. Crowd would be with them, and we really knew they wanted us badly.
Yeah.
And we came in there, and I was really proud of our team. We came in, we immediately got in there and pitched well with Tori and Chelsea Leonard, but we also got good hitting from our team, which we needed, and some great defense. They have a lot of speed, and we had to play well defensively to prevent that speed, and we did. Yeah,
and there's a lot to be said for scoring early. You know, you get runs in the first and second innings. You know, I'm around baseball more than I'm around your team. In a 9-inning game, it's crucial. When you get a 7-inning game, if you can get runs in the first or second, that closes that window that much tighter.
Yeah, it kind of sets a precedence when you can get going, and we immediately did, and that's huge for us. If we can battle, and sometimes we'll go several innings before we get it going as we're trying to figure out that pitcher. But what I thought we did well was we just immediately came in and attacked.
Yeah.
And of course, again, you know, great hitting from my 2 upper kids, you know,
Sure.
in Esteban, my slapper, and in Austin, who was on fire, of course, and continues to stay. So she had a little struggle this last week, but I mean, Austin's been on fire.
Well, and that's been something about your lineup. You've had a really balanced attack, and while I don't know that you've had that one game yet where everybody just starts hitting, but even when somebody like Austin maybe cools off a little bit, then you've got Jen Esteban above her or Katie Keller below her. You've had that balance that really makes it easier when you're a coach.
Yeah, it really has, and we saw that in the Ohio State game, really, because it was Jen was on, and Austin was struggling, and so it kind of evened out. And that's kind of been true with those two, that we've had one on and one off. Occasionally we've had both on, which is really good because that's a great deal of our speed.
Yeah, before we get to that Ohio State matchup at home, the Cards traveled quite a distance. We previewed the tournament in Sacramento, California, and of course, you know, it's California in the springtime, weather's always great, until it rained all weekend. And unfortunately, the Cards traveled quite a distance to play one game against Akron. That's the bad news. The good news, you won the game. Yes. You had another game against Sacramento State, the host team, who's a very good team, and you kind of had them on the ropes, almost an official game. The rains came again, so it didn't go in the books, but it was a productive weekend, although I'm sure there was a little more sitting around in the hotel than you would like.
Yeah, well, that part wasn't good, and certainly we were very frustrated by not being able to play. I thought we did a great job in the Akron game because they threw a very slow pitcher. We had to make a lot of adjustments in order to wait on the pitch, and we did that and finally got going in that game. It took us a little while to get going. And then, you know, we did get started with Sac State, and it was a great challenge. We were kind of going back and forth, trading runs. They were hitting the ball pretty hard, and you know, we were hitting the ball hard, and both teams had defense, a very strong defensive team in Sac State. So, I mean, everybody had to have legitimate hits to get the runs in, and it was going to be a great game.
Yeah.
Been able to finish it.
If you like following the Cards on the road, obviously our website, UofLSports.com, a game tracker does a great job. If you're out and about and you're on Twitter, there are constant updates on Twitter too, and that's how I was following the games out there. So something for you to keep in mind. Ohio State comes to town, a game you guys added, turns into a doubleheader. It's a beautiful day, gorgeous day, great crowd at Ulmer, and what a great game for the Cards. A great 2 games, I should say, as you sweep the doubleheader.
Yeah, you know, that was a great day. I mean, the sun's out, no rain in sight.
Yeah.
Certainly the temperatures we all love to play in the 80s. And I thought our kids came out really well. I was a little concerned they might be a little tired from our trip off the West Coast, but they were rebounding and ready to play ball and excited. We got great pitching from Tori. She did a great job. We did Chelsea Leonard. She had not as great an outing. Again, she struggled the last couple outings just a little bit, trying to find her groove a little bit. She's just a little bit off and all. But Carolisa Connell, she came in, I'll tell you what, she threw excellent.
Yeah.
Another one of probably 2 of her best outings have been in recent few weeks, and so we're really excited because she seems to be coming on right now, which is when we need her. We need her down the line. We need every pitcher we have on our staff right now. And I thought our kids did a great job. They had a tough pitcher in Endicott for Ohio State, their first pitcher, threw a fabulous game. I think she just started to lose a little steam towards the end, and we found a way to generate some runs.
Yeah, I think the Cards put up some crooked numbers in those late innings to seal the win, and You know, Tanner Fowler and Katie Keller seem like those two names pop up. I know Alicia Wolney's played well of late.
Yes.
I mean, when you're undefeated, everybody's playing well, but they've kind of been the cornerstone of that lineup.
Yeah, you know, Alicia Wolney really has been on fire. I mean, she was hitting a 570 clip last week, and crushing the ball. I mean, just literally crushing the ball. And again, she struggled a little bit with Ohio State, a little bit, but then she came out and got a crucial hit for us when we needed it, and just crushed a double into the gaps. So I really like what I'm seeing. Katie Keller continues to always be one of those little battlers. Sometimes she takes swings at pitches that are probably like, I don't know, a foot off the ground, gets a base hit out of them, but then she also hit it out of the park. And of course Tanner hits the ball hard pretty much all the time. And you know, she had a little slump for about a week or so, and she's back in it and swinging the bat well. But again, it's her, it's that whole group. I just never know. I mean, some days it's Whitney in the 9 spot doing all the job for us.
Well, and I don't want to leave out Maggie Ruckenbrod back from injury, and we certainly talk about her bat. I think she had 3 home runs in her first 15 at-bats of the season before the injury, but she and Tanner, I believe opponents are like 6 of 17 when trying to steal bases, and when you can get those free outs after you give up a base runner, that's invaluable. Yeah,
I mean, both of them have done a fabulous job. We've always known that Maggie was very good at picking people off and doing those things, but Tanner stepped right in and took care of it, took the steals. Now, the only thing that's hurt us a couple times in steals is just our shortstop, Whitney, getting there on time. And, you know, as a freshman, she sometimes forgets a little bit and is a little late in getting there, and that's cost us a couple. But by and large, you know, we're doing a great job there, and that's what we need to do, because if you can get that base runner, that's huge. If you can pick off a base runner, it stops a rally. So it's really important, and both of them are doing a great job. And, of course, having Maggie back, we're happy to have her back. We got to get her back completely offensively. She's not quite where she was when she started the season. She's a little timid swinging the bat. It's not what I want to see, but hopefully she'll kick it in here in the next few weeks.
Cards have been all right without her, and they'll be even better with her. 7-0 in Game 1, 7-2 in Game 2. The Cards sweep Ohio State convincingly in front of a great crowd at Ulmer, and hopefully we see that again this weekend. Big East play opens. The Pitt Panthers, I think 13-8 their start of the season. Not a bad beginning for Pitt, and doubleheader noon Saturday, another game noon Sunday, and you love to open Big East play at home, I know. Yeah, it's exciting. You know, now this is it. This is what we're going for, the Big East Championship, and this is a very good Pitt team. They were a very good team last year when we went to play them at their place. The first game went extra innings, and we pulled it out barely on Chelsea Bemis' home run. It's going to be they remember that well, and I'm sure they're coming in here. They definitely want to beat us. So, I mean, we have to come out ready to play this weekend, and you know, I like the matchup, because I think it's going to be a great challenge for us. I think they have a good freshman pitcher on the mound. I'm excited about that. We want the challenges now. We need those challenges, and I'm looking forward to some of the games that we have coming up in the next few weeks. I know some folks have peeked at the weather and Mother Nature, maybe giving us a little rain over the weekend, but you know the surface at Ulmer, it recovers quickly. The crew does a phenomenal job with the field. So there's going to be 3 games this weekend. Just keep an eye on UofLsports.com in case there are any changes. Come on out. Admission is free. We'd love to see you cheer on the Cards. Best of luck to you and the team, Sandy. Thank you. For Sandy Pearsall, I'm Sean Moth. We'll see you at the ballpark, and then we'll talk next week here on Cards TV.